DeBerry Dreisbach, Public Information Specialist for Fayette County Public Schools. When you think about our school system, what do you care about? Excellent schools that prepare students for success after graduation, healthy, happy students who come to school ready to learn, schools that prepare students to be productive citizens, a community that supports its schools, creating a thriving environment for all who live and work here. These are things we all care about. I want to tell you about a program called CARE. It stands for Children at Risk in Education. Maybe this is the first time you've heard about it, but it has been in our school system for over 20 years. It has evolved over time to meet the changing needs of our population, but the core purpose has remained the same: to address social, emotional, behavioral, and financial issues that prevent students from achieving academically. Shortly, you're going to hear from 3 of our school counselors, each sharing stories about how CARE has had a positive impact on students at their schools. Some might surprise you, such as home repairs or payment of utility bills. But think about it. How can students come to school ready to learn if their homes lack electricity, running water, or heat? You might ask, why would the school system help with these things? Aren't there county resources for this? Well, yes, there are. But schools are usually the first to learn about these situations because often parents feel more comfortable sharing them with their child's teacher, counselor, or principal.
I can think of a situation where a family had a house fire, and another situation where there was an apartment fire, just recently. And the child was affected. I know of a child who every time he saw that building or his old home, that he was emotionally affected by even just seeing that fire and thinking about what could have happened to them. And so the pots and pans help to replace those things that were lost, and sometimes even those blankets, the clothes. And I know we may say that, okay, well, do they need all of that? But in order to bring them back to normalcy, yes, they do need those things. And the electric bills need to be paid. I know some families who just went through a hard time where a lot of people these days are living check to check. And when one check doesn't come, nothing gets paid, or either you have to pay any, many, miny, mo. And so, they choose to make sure that their child has a house, but they can't pay the electric bill, but at least they have shelter. So those things do occur, and I feel like CARE paying the electric bills for those families help them to have a normal day, because we complain about kids not getting their homework done, not being academically ready. Well, how are they going to get their homework done when they don't have lights to see their homework? So it's an important piece, and it may seem real general to us, but it's something that really helps them to have a normal day. When they come to school, they can be prepared and ready, not only physically, but emotionally.
Well, this child lived with his grandmother, and he had major self-esteem issues because his teeth were very crooked. He needed lots of dental care. Because it was affecting his self-esteem, kids were making fun of him at school, and it was affecting his academic area because he couldn't really concentrate. He was feeling bad emotionally. Kids were making fun of him. He couldn't concentrate on his schoolwork. And so since we were able to provide him with that resource, Grandma contacted the dentist. They met the qualifications for this program, and he was able to get the braces for free and all the consultation and everything for free. And he started to smile more. He held his head up higher. He walked with more confidence. And since he did have more confidence, he was able to do better in school. Kids were not making fun of him as much because he did have braces and it was correcting his teeth, so he wasn't getting made fun of. And it was just a great self-esteem booster.
We had one young lady, her dad, he was in the military, and he came back a different person, which completely affected everyone in the family. So he was dealing with a lot of health issues and some mental issues as well, and trying to hold down a job. And this young lady was having to take over all the household duties. There was not a mom in the picture, so she was playing the role of mom to her younger siblings, trying to graduate, go to school. She was not able to work outside of the house just because school was there and she was taking care of siblings, but her dad, he was doing everything that he could to get back on his feet. The VA process, it's very well advertised. It's a slow process. A lot of vets are having a lot of trouble getting the care that they need, even from financial assistance. So that young lady was overwhelmed every day, every single day, and cared, paid some bills for them, and changed their lives. Groceries, that kind of thing, just assistance that she shouldn't have to have been worrying about as a young, teenager. And we just see it so much. Graduation, we have caps and gowns that are bought every single year. I don't think people realize the cost of just graduating can be overwhelming, invitations, all of that stuff. So CARE assists us every semester with that. It's wonderful.
CARE's biggest project is the Angel Tree. Here to tell us more about it and the CARE program itself is Coordinator Karen Spangler.
Our Angel Project is a huge portion of what we do, and it really kind of spills over throughout the entire school year because of the nature of some of the requests that are identified with our angels. So for several years, 4 or 5 years, we continued to facilitate the project internally until wonderful resources began to emerge from the community and people's interests began to be piqued. And small groups and large groups, civic groups and church groups began to say, I want to be a part of this, to where typically now our Angel Project tops out at about 450 students. And oftentimes it's the only source for a child to receive a jacket or their only bicycle that they're ever going to receive during their childhood. But I still think, just as importantly to me, sometimes it's the only way for a child to be able to participate in band or sport or fine arts. And we will have businesses or church groups sponsor scholarships for a child to participate for that year. And it's just made, I really think that it's made a huge difference in our community. I definitely think that it's made a huge difference in our school system.
Imagine if CARE didn't exist. What impact do you think it would have on our students, their families, and our schools?
Well, if CARE went away, it would put a deep deficit to our community, because I feel like it provides support as well, knowledge of programs, other programs that might be available if CARE cannot help with those programs. But a lot of it, when we lose funds, a lot of it goes to our teachers in our community, where we are paying out of our pocket to pay for the things we need, because we care so much about our students that we really want these things done.
I know the first thing we would try to do is to try to take care of the most important ones, but we would miss a lot. Financially, the faculty at the Open Campus cannot support, a lot of students. So without CARE, we would be, I think, in a big hurt box. Those kids are overwhelmed, even sometimes with assistance. So without that, there's no way they could concentrate on school.
I think of the CARE program like a bridge. You have your family and the child, and you have the resources in the community. I see the bridge connecting the family to the resources. And if it's a wooden bridge, each plank represents a program that the CARE team offers. So yes, we would try very, very hard to keep all of those programs. But when you really think about it, it would be very difficult to keep all those programs going. So eventually one of those planks is going to fall. And if you have a large section of planks missing, it's going to be hard to connect that family to the community resource. And even though those resources may still be there, it would be just very difficult to get that family connected.
We need your support so that the CARE program can continue its mission of helping children. Consider supporting in the form of a monetary, gift card, item, or service donation. Checks can be made out to CARE/Fayette County Education Foundation and mailed to the address on your screen. For other donations, contact Karen Spangler at 770-460-3990 to find out about current needs. Thank you for your time, and thank you for supporting our students and schools.